Hi everybody and welcome to Endzone 2. I've been wanting to cover this demo because I played the first Endzone on this channel, I think, if not on my previous channel, and I loved it. So Endzone 2 coming is a huge deal for me. So we're going to go ahead and get into a new game here. Start game, obviously it's not the seed and everything it looks like. So yeah, it's just a demo. It's out in Q3 of this year. That means it's probably pretty close. Excuse me. So yeah, we will be getting started here in just a moment. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and do all that sort of stuff, and we'll get started once the game loads. I'll be right back here in just a moment. Alright, we're back.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm going to look over your shoulder while you help our settlers set up a new home. By the way, I'm Ella.
Hello, Ella.
Out here in the wasteland, you'll find ruins and other interesting places. More important, however, is that we find a suitable site where we can establish a settlement.
Should have left that up a little longer. Glad it kept saying things. Alright, this area displays orders and warnings for the entire game map. This information is always available regardless of what you're looking at with the camera. Select one or more vehicles to move them with right click.
I'm at the wheel.
At the moment, all our settlers are in the Pathfinder, and you can explore the surrounding area with them. But time is tight. When the water in the Pathfinder is used up, everyone inside will die of thirst.
Oh, we are screwed with what we can have here. We only have 8. Okay, we gotta get somewhere fast.
New instructions?
Habitable zone settled.
Where are we going?
It's like down here is where we're going.
Let's go.
I don't know what we're supposed to do, I just know we're trying to get to a habitable zone. Come on. Looks like we're gonna take this way. Just kind of trying to go. I did it that way so that they could go the shortest route.
We have found a new zone. Take a look at it when you get a chance. It might be worth it to build a new settlement on it.
So that's what the game wanted us to do. Alright, so I was following the right direction there.
Let's go. On my way.
We're gonna settle. Build new settlement.
This transfer point serves as an access point for vehicles and connects your zone with the surrounding wasteland. Look for an ascent on the perimeter of your new zone where you can place the access point.
Bad ground type. Well, that don't help us much, does it? That's fertile soil. That's a hole. That's kind of what that is. Is there a place I'm supposed to be placing this? Bad ground type. I don't know what good ground type is. What the frick? Look for an ascent on the perimeter of your new zone where you can place the access point. Ascent.
You have to find a
Oh, I
location
see
that
it.
is
I see. I didn't know what an ascent was.
I'm at the wheel.
This transfer point serves as an access point for vehicles and connects your zone with the surrounding wasteland. Look for an ascent. You have to find a location that is supposed to become the center of the settlement. Once chosen, you won't be able to change the location again. As a result, make sure you place the town center near key resources such as water, trees, and debris remnants.
There's trees. There's debris. There's water. There's fertile soil. I think here.
First off, we have to ensure survival. We need water so that we don't die of thirst. Build a jetty by a body of water and assign enough workers that our supply is secure.
So we need a jetty. There's the jetty. Construction progress. There it is right there. This is a really, really visually upgraded Endzone. I love the visuals. It was just me getting a little confused by what an ascent
The water
was.
is running out. If nothing changes, it'll be the end of us. We've got to do something.
Alright, we've got our water carriers being done.
The jetty produces water as long as workers are assigned to it. Always make sure that sufficient water is available. If the supply runs low, assign more settlers to work at the jetty.
We're going to do 3 of 5. We're getting 62 a minute. Which is what we want. We can stock up to 500.
Water alone is not enough to survive. We need to eat too. Build a foraging hut near trees and assign manpower to it as well, so that the workers search for food.
460. Okay, this is where we want it, right here. $350 is as far as we're going to get it, so we're going to put it there. foraging hut is in process. Once we get the foraging hut built, we can move forward. Loves the soundtrack as well. Maybe copyright, but I love it. Assign 3 foragers.
The foraging hut produces food as long as there are sufficient resources in its vicinity. If a region's resources are used up at some point, you can relocate the work area of a foraging hut at any time. We need building materials to be able to build new buildings in the future too. The woodcutting lodge cuts down trees, which produces wood. If you run out of trees at some point, you can also relocate your work area.
Let's do that right there. Right next to the thing. Plenty of trees in an area. There you have it. So the construction progress is done there. 2 lumberjacks.
Awesome. Your woodcutting lodge is already producing. By the way, a production site can produce faster when it stands near a depot. Although you don't have any depots, the town center has the same effect.
We're getting 25 water a minute, 9.6 food a minute, 16.7 wood a minute. Okay.
Besides wood, the most important building material is scrap. That's what the scrapyard is for. It collects scrap that lies around and takes apart old ruins.
Well, there's a huge ruin right there. We just got to place it within range of it. Put it right here. All right. There you have it. We need to assign 2 salvagers.
Well done. On the other hand, our settlers are still sleeping out in the open. We ought to change that before we enlarge this settlement any further. Shelters provide for housing and can boost the efficiency of your production runs.
Change that work radius. There we go. Also change that work radius here. And let's check the work radius of
belongs
this
to one of 3 settlement branches. The more buildings that stand in one settlement branch of the settlement, the more these buildings progress in that branch. But that's not all. Production buildings that have a dwelling from the same settlement branch nearby function distinctly more effectively too. If an ecological tent stands next to a jetty, then the jetty functions more effectively. In contrast, the scrapyard and woodcutting lodge profit from economic tents.
Okay, so we need shelter. Build 4 simple shelters. We're gonna put them kind of in the vicinity. So put 1 here, here. We'll put 1 of these. We'll put 2, 1, and 1. There we go. Pretty quick construction progress. And there's the 4th one.
As long as they have enough housing, our settlers will reproduce and have children. Children are tomorrow's manpower and can work as soon as they have grown up. Our settlement is thriving. Now we want to produce a new resource: plastic. Build a recycler to do that. If the scrapyard is nearby, the recycler produces faster.
So we need a recycler. Our scrapyard is where? That's the town center. That's the scrapyard, so we want this probably right next to it. This is really in depth. I love it. Definitely will be playing this when it comes out later this year. Really good work from the Assemble Entertainment team. We need to assign 2 recyclers.
Buildings that process resources work faster when they are located near their source. The recycler needs scrap to manufacture plastic. That's why it benefits from being near the scrapyard. The toolmaker not only needs scrap, but wood as well. It's best when both resources are produced near him. But don't worry if you're not able to place him perfectly. Naturally, he'll attend to his work anyway.
We're gonna start a district over here. We're just kind of starting our district up over here. You can cancel autosaves. I like that. So if you're in a pickle, it won't autosave if you don't want it to. But I'm going to let it autosave. We're about to wrap up. We've got one more game I want to cover. Let's assign 2 tool makers.
Very good. Now we have plastic and tools, things which are needed in some buildings for production. They are also important to be able to build more complex buildings in the first place. The settlement is growing, and soon the supplies won't be sufficient anymore. More settlers consume more food and water too. Build a fishery to support the foraging hut.
Fishery. Right there. Fishery is being built. Almost there. There's our research tree. Can't do anything with it yet, but we have it. Let's do that, and let's assign the rest of them as
Though
fishermen.
the fishery is more effective than the foraging hut, it constantly uses up tools for its production. If there are no tools, then the fishery can't function. Conversely, the fishery produces faster when tools are produced near it. Now,
Okay.
we also need cloth to be able to set up more tents. Cloth is produced from fibers, and we have to grow them first. To do this, build a plantation in the vicinity of fertile soil.
Fertile
The
soil
only way
is
you
over
can
here.
create a field.
Right, plantation. Lack of resources. Oh, we're out of wood. You know, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. So if you enjoyed Endzone 2, I'll be covering this when it comes out later this year. But for now, that's going to do it. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll see you next time for more here on the channel.